Hello and welcome to another Travel Health Safety and Security Advisory Tip. My name's Tony Ridley, Editor-in-Chief at TravelRiskManagementSolutions.com. Travel health, safety and security is actually a legislative discipline. It's also required by many and all organisations, particularly with their corporate social responsibility or even the understanding of duty of care. And unfortunately, duty of care as both a concept and an application or even a motivator for the improvement of travel, both leisure and business, is grossly misunderstood. First of all, occupational health and safety is quite pervasive. It's quite well known. It's very well articulated both in the legislation as well as the guiding systems and principles within organisations. However, when this is simply applied to travel, it's a major anomaly with most organisations. What this means is that the health, safety and security systems that you would simply have in place for individuals in static locations needs to, and in most instances must be, expanded to include the act of travel. As the workplace becomes broadly defined, as people start to telecommute or remotely work, it's inclusive. And this is an emerging element which is referred to now as occupational security. So what this means is that not only is it a health safety aspect, but it's also the well-being of the individuals, it's the safety of particular assets, and this can be inclusive of computers and data and intellectual property and so on. But the entire umbrella of travel health, safety and security is not just simply a corporate motivator. It is legislated, and there are a number of countries which prescribe to the International Labour Organization, or they are tenants within the Health, Safety and Security Acts. I stand corrected, in the Health and Safety Acts. The Security Acts themselves tend to be for the more extreme end of the equation, being things such as terrorism, homeland security and so on. However, the practical application as it applies to travel is the consideration of things such as foreseeable risk. It's the identification of threats and hazards. It's ensuring it's contextual to the organisation. It's ensuring that appropriate resources have been allocated to the task required, and that due diligence is conducted to ensure that all of the suggestions, recommendations and so on are actually implemented within the organisation. Now, that doesn't sound too difficult. This is standard practice for any organisation that practices health and safety. This is simply expanded to include security as an aspect, and security and safety are often hand in glove when it comes to the protection of assets as they apply to humans and computers and intellectual property and so on as individuals travel. So again, don't think that travel health, safety and security is simply a corporate objective. It's something that multinationals do, the occasional governments are applying. This is actually legislation. It is regulated. It is a requirement, and certainly breaches and offences under those various acts can lead to both litigation, compensation and significant financial loss for organisations. But the take-home message for everybody within the corporate space, and certainly leisure planners, is simply to expand one's travel, health, safety and security from that of static locations. Encompass the act of travel, use the same systems, the same methodology, the same references, and 9 times out of 10 you will have effectively implemented a travel, health, safety and security strategy, system and or policy. So once again, thanks very much for joining us for another health, safety and security tip. That's all for now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Do you travel for business? Your health and safety is at risk. At Travel Risk Management Solutions, we help you reduce the risk of business travel. Get information and support for your company's social and legal objectives of reducing, managing, or eliminating business travel risks. We provide online business hazard identification information, location-specific business travel information, manager's guides, tools and checklists, training resources, and consulting. We ensure that business leaders and travel managers make informed decisions. Remove fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Ensure your workplace health and safety includes business travel today. Get your tips from www.travelriskmanagementsolutions.com.